Classic World of Warcraft Hardcore is officially announced and on the way. The momentum in this movement in the World of Warcraft community has been extraordinary, and seeing Blizzard take notice and saying, hey, maybe we should release some official hardcore realms, absolutely incredible. Love it. Before we dive into the video though, we have to thank this channel's sponsor, Zygor. Zygor is World of Warcraft's ultimate add-on and also the sponsor for this channel, so I wanted to give them a quick shout out real fast. If you're looking for awesome leveling guides, achievement farming guides, mount collecting, gold making, you name it guys, check out Zygor today, link down below in the description. And after trying out Zygor's free version, if you decide to upgrade to full, be sure to use Nixium for 20% off. Thanks, guys. First and foremost, the PTR for these realms is going to start in the next few weeks, and it's Blizzard's hope that the official servers are going to come out probably this summer. We've also learned that Blizzard is implementing a really cool change into the hardcore servers. Hardcore dueling is really popular in the community, and Blizzard wanted to honor this, so they have put a new emote in the game called /mak'gora. Now what happens is if you challenge somebody to a mak'gora duel, it is a duel to the death. That means if you lose the duel, your character is dead. And how is Blizzard handling death in the hardcore realms? Really simple. If you die, you're a ghost, you can't resurrect. There's no spirit healers, you can't run back to your body. I mean, I guess you could, but you cannot resurrect, you are dead. Just on the surface, this all sounds absolutely fantastic. However, I did want to throw a couple of ideas out there, and maybe you guys can throw out some of yours to make these servers even more special. Stuff that doesn't necessarily have to come out at launch, but maybe it could come out down the road with Classic WoW Hardcore to really make the servers unique and just a lot more fun. First of all, this is something that everybody has talked about. I'm going to talk about it. You guys have probably talked about it, and that is the introduction of achievements. The Classic WoW Hardcore add-on has a ton of achievements attached to it, from leveling all the way to 60 naked, doing a no damage run, being a hunter that doesn't use a pet. You get the idea. I don't think that Blizzard is going to give us a whole achievement system at launch because that would take a little while to develop, and it seems like they're trying to push out these hardcore servers as fast as possible, but it would be really cool to see something like that in the future officially supported by Blizzard. Maybe even having a leaderboard on worldofwarcraft.com or something. That would be really cool. Another thing in regards to achievements, this is something that a lot of people have suggested. I'm suggesting it too. When it comes to the mak'gora emote, make it so that for every duel that you win, you get some sort of lasting buff on your character. Like, oh, I've defeated 6 people in a duel, 8 people in a duel, and that's on display for everybody. Or again, it could be on like the leaderboard website or something, just something to show how much of a badass you are when it comes to dueling. And now for some ideas that I've come up with that I think might be a little bit interesting for the future. First, let's talk about dying. When Classic WoW servers were first announced over on Twitter, I made a tweet that a lot of people liked. And in the tweet, I made a small suggestion, which I want to share with you guys. In Classic World of Warcraft, as you guys are probably well aware of, if you are a warlock, you have the ability called Detect Invisibility. Now, there are certain places in Classic WoW, like the Lordaeron like courtyard area and Ravenhill Cemetery, where if you're a warlock and you have that buff applied to yourself, you can see ghosts that everybody else can't see in the game. As a little flavorful thing, if warlocks use Detect Invisibility on themselves, I think it would be kind of cool if they had the ability to see player ghosts running around and stuff, maybe even be able to talk to them. Imagine you're a new player and you're running around in Tirisfal Glades and you see this warlock standing in the middle of the field talking to what seems like nobody. It would be kind of creepy, but the idea of the warlock using their magic to commune with the dead, I think that'd be kind of cool. People have also suggested that shamans should have the ability to do this, and maybe some other classes as well. Priests, for example, shadow priests maybe. But whatever, I think that being able to see and communicate with the dead would be interesting in Classic WoW Hardcore. Another idea that I had was, I admit, inspired by Shadowlands. Now don't freak out, but what if, like, when you died in Classic WoW Hardcore, instead of appearing at the nearest graveyard and then you just run around in the Barrens as a ghost forever until you delete the character, what if there was a special zone that the dead could go to? Like, you spawn in there and everybody in there is dead. The zone would have no purpose other than being a glorified chat room. You can't level up, you can't duel, you can't do anything. It would just be a place for people to chat up a little bit and say, oh, how did you die? Oh, well, I died to some Quillboar out in the Barrens, and so on and so forth. I thought it'd be cool too if like this zone also had maybe like, it was like a vertical zone, maybe like some sort of big vertical building, like some big skyscraper Valhalla or something, where depending on what level you got to before you died, you can access certain levels of this zone or tower or something. Think of it like a VIP club, like, oh, only level 40 pluses can go to this level or this area or something. And it's just like a cool area where you can kind of be appreciated. It's just a little chill out location for the dead. I don't know, thought it'd be kind of cool. Next, let's talk about something that I personally am excited for in Classic WoW Hardcore, but I could quickly see how this would fall into a complete disaster. And that is in regards to the subject of PvP. Open world PvP, like a PvP realm. I have seen the comments popping up here and there, like, are we gonna get a PvP Classic WoW Hardcore server? How is Blizzard gonna handle griefers and stuff like that? And I just wanted to throw my thoughts out there. First of all, I think that Classic Hardcore PvP sounds incredibly chaotic, very frustrating, but it sounds like it would be really freaking cool. Talk about high stakes PvP, like these Terran Mill versus South Shore battles, if they happen, dude, it ain't no joke. You're actually gonna have people being very tactical with, like, you know, how they strategize, how they move people around, people trapping people and leading them into choke points in the world for world PvP. It would be wild. You could seriously have a faction in the game that like genuinely controls the server from a PvP standpoint, that just will not let people get to max level before they wipe them out. I admit, this would be absolute madness, but it would be pretty fun to see what happens. My idea specifically has to deal with griefers though, because you don't want to be some level 10 person running around and you got some level 60 jerk riding around just killing everybody in Tirisfal Glades or killing everyone in Duskwood or something. You guys know what I'm talking about. My idea with Classic WoW Hardcore PvP is just make it so that you cannot be attacked by somebody who is outside of 5 levels of you. This means that if you're level 10 and you encounter a level 16 player of the opposite faction, that player does not have the ability to attack you. If he was level 13 or 14 though, he could. Now in regards to level 60s running around in the Burning Steppes just ganking like level 57s, 58s or something, I think it also would be cool where level 60s can only attack other level 60s. You can't just hit level 60, go get some awesome tier gear, and then just roam around killing every level 56 that you encounter of the enemy faction. It's not a perfect solution to the chaos that would be hardcore PvP, but I think that definitely would bring down the griefing a lot and make it a little bit more honorable in regards to PvP. I don't really know the right word for it. The other option could just be, oh, if you're killed by a player that's maybe over 5 levels than you, the death just doesn't count or something. I just think it would be easier if, like, yeah, like that level 59 guy can click that level 20 dude. He can click him, but he can't attack him with an ability. Like, I think that would just be a very simple solution. I will say it would be very wild though, because you know it would happen. Like some streamer would make a rogue, hit level 60, get some decent gear, and then he would roam around like killing a couple of level 60s. Then the word would get out like, dude, this guy, this rogue, he's running around in the Burning Steppes just killing people, and like entire guilds, like armies would come out to like police the hardcore PvP realm. Just kill this guy, get him off the server, make him respect the honor code. Like hardcore PvP would be very fascinating. Maybe I'm just very optimistic about it, but it sounds good in theory if these changes are made. As you can probably tell, I'm very excited for the Classic Hardcore realms to officially release. This is gonna be really cool. I'm excited to play it on stream here on YouTube, Twitch, whatever, run around, see what kind of trouble that we can get into, do some dungeons. Maybe Blizzard could even implement some Classic Plus features, like maybe optimize the dungeons in some ways or introduce new mechanics for bosses. Dude, I don't know. Blizzard could do a lot with Classic WoW Hardcore. A lot. I would love it if Blizzard reached their hand into that cookie jar and just gave us some of the changes that, you know, I just mentioned, or something else that they come up with, or something that you guys might come up with in the comment section. Classic WoW Hardcore has the potential to be it has the potential to be huge. It's already huge, but I'm talking like, damn, like levels of huge. And so, like with any era of World of Warcraft, whether it's Dragonflight, Wrath, whatever, I want to see classic WoW grow and do well. So those are a couple of my ideas. What do you think?